Hi guys! I hope you had a great time last week with our notation video, and I'm glad that you're back for this week's instalment of notation number 2. So, hopefully you've got your own whiteboard, or maybe you've got a piece of paper and a pen. And first of all today, we're going to remember the notes that we did last week. The first one we did was just a circle, and it equaled 4, and it was called a world. World. And you say it, world. Can you say it? 1, 2, off you go. World. Did you hear my voice going, world? I was making sure that my world lasts for 4 beats. World. You guys do it with me. 1, 2, off we go. World. Great. Okay, the next note looks a bit like that one, but it's got a stick on the side. Doesn't equal 4, it equals 2. And it's not called a world, it's called a soup. It's called a soup. Soup. And you say it like that. You don't just say soup. You say soup, because it's got to last for 2. Soup. That lasts for 2. Soup. Okay. Then the last note looks like these ones. But do you remember? We colour it in. Colour it in with the cheeky spider legs. Colour it in. And that one doesn't equal 2, it equals 1. And it's not called a soup, it's called a tea. When you say a soup, you say soup. Can you say it with me? 1, 2, off we go. Soup. It lasts for 2. But when you say a tea, it only lasts for 1. So it just goes tea. Can you say tea after me? 1, 2, off we go. Tea. It just lasts for 1, so you just say tea. Okay, so you can either get a new piece of paper or just wipe off your whiteboard. And I'm gonna wipe mine off. Let's wipe it off. Let's get rid of everything. Oh, it's all disappearing. Now, when we write our notes down, we need a time signature. So at the side of your paper or your whiteboard, you're going to do a 4 on top of a 4. There we go. A 4 on top of a 4. And at the other end, you're going to do 2 lines next to each other. Mine aren't the same length, but it's quite hard to do with your finger on an iPad. Then, first of all, near the 4, 4, we're going to do 4 T's. I'm going to do 1 T, 2 T's, 3 T's, and 4 T's. They're a bit messy. Hopefully yours are neater than mine. 4 T's, then I'm going to put another line. I've done 4 T's because a T equals 1. So here I've got 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. And everyone knows that 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 4. And it tells us right here that we've got to add up to 4. That's what that 4 is telling us. Forget about the bottom 4, but the top 4 is telling us we've got to make sure our space, our bar, that's what it's called, adds up to 4. And once it does add up to 4, we put a line. That line's called a bar line. It's called a bar line because it's next to the bar and it looks like a fish. Wait a minute. It doesn't look like a fish. It looks like a line. Oh, that's why it's called a bar line. It's next to the bar and it's called a bar line because it looks like a line and it's next to the bar. Bar line. Can you say bar line? Bar line. Okay, once we've got our 4, so we've got 4 T's, which adds up to 4, we're going to do some new notes. This time, I'm going to put a soup. Can you put a soup in your bar? Now, underneath, I'm going to write a number 2, because a soup equals 2. Now, if I had 4p and I went in a shop and I bought one of those soups and it cost me 2p, I don't know if you can work it out with your maths. Maybe use your fingers. If I had 4p and I bought something for 2p, I'd have 2p left. So I'm going to buy another soup. Because I can. I've bought 2 soups. And then 2 plus 2, I'm not sure if you worked it out, but hopefully you have. 2 plus 2 equals 4. So that means we've finished that bar. So we're going to put a bar line. Because 2 plus 2 equals 4. We've got to make it add up to 4. It does add up to 4. So we've finished. Then, in the next bar, we're going to put a T. And a T. And a soup. Can you write a T, and a soup? I've written a T, and a soup because a T equals 1, another T equals 1, and a soup equals 2. So that's 1. You can do it with your fingers. Plus 1, plus 2. If you've worked it out with your fingers, you'll know that 1 plus 1 plus 2 equals 4. So we can put another bar line. That's 1 plus 1 plus 2. It's a T, and a soup. But a T, and a soup equals 4. So we've finished that bar. Now, I've not got much space left. Hopefully, you've got more space. I'm using my big fat finger to write on my iPad. But you're using a pen or a pencil. So hopefully, yours is neater than mine. But in the last space, that last bar, I just got a little bit of space left. I'm going to do a world. We haven't done a world yet. We're going to do one right now. Now, a world equals, do you remember? We did it a moment ago. A world equals 4. So, if we've got to make the bar add up to 4, and a world is 4, then that means there's 4 in the bar. The bar does add up to 4. If you go into the shop with 4p and you ask for a world, the lady in the shop's going to say, well, that's 4p, please. And then you give the lady your 4p. How much money have you got left? No money. You've spent your 4p on a world and now you've got no money left. So have a look at our music. We've got 4, 4 at the beginning. And that top 4, that 4 at the top, forget about the bottom 4. We'll learn that another year. The top 4 tells you you've got to make each bar add up to 4. And each one of our bars does add up to 4. The first bar, T, 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 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 4. The next bar, soup, soup, 2 plus 2 equals 4. The next bar, T, T, soup, 1 plus 1 plus 2 equals, you guessed it, 4. And the last bar, world, equals, yeah, you guessed it, 4. Each one of those bars equals 4. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 4. 2 plus 2 equals 4. 1 plus 1 plus 2 equals 4. And 4 plus nothing else is 4. You can even do it with your fingers. The 4 T's just looks like your 4 fingers without your thumb. Your 4 fingers just opened up. The 2 soups looks like your fingers stuck together in 2s. The TT soup, you could have 2 fingers open and 2 fingers stuck together. And then the world, you just stick all 4 fingers together. And that is how we write some music in our bars. They're called musical bars. There's 2 lines at the end because that means we've finished. Now, we're going to just quickly say our rhythm. Yeah, the posh word for this pattern is rhythm. The easy word is just pattern. But the posh word is rhythm. Can you say rhythm? 1, 2, go. Rhythm. We're going to say our rhythm. I'm going to count myself in first and I'm going to say it on my own. Then you're going to do it with me. So, 1, 2, off I go. T, 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 soup, soup, T, T, soup, world. Okay, can you guys do it with me? Get ready. 1, 2, off we go. T, 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 soup, soup, T, T, soup, world. Did you get it right? Let's do it one more time. 1, 2, off we go. T, 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 soup, soup, T, T, soup, world. Brilliant, guys. Now, if you've got a shaker at your house or in school, you might not have one. You can make one out of any kind of bottle and just some rice in the bottle with the top on, or stick some stones in, I don't care. Stick whatever you want. Stick some bits of Lego men's heads in there if you want, I don't care. Stick his hands in there. Stick some Lego in the bottle. Whatever's in the bottle, doesn't matter as long as it shakes. And you can make a shaking sound with your shaker. I've got a shaker right here. Mine's an egg. Okay? You don't need an egg though. You don't need a shaker egg. You can just have anything that shakes. If it makes a shaky sound, when we see a T, we can tap our shaker egg. Just like that. A tapping sound. So the first 4 T's would sound like this. The soup, you shake up and down like this. So that would be soup, soup. And then a world goes over your head. And it lasts for 4 and it wiggles over your head like this. World. Like you do in a sunshine over your head. Like the kind of action you do when you do sunshine over your head. Where you get your egg or your shaker and you do it over your head. World. So this whole music here would go 1, 2, off I go. T, 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 soup, soup, T, T, soup, world. Pause the video, get your shaker, or go and make a shaker quick. All you need to do is get a bottle, any bottle that's got a top on it, stick something in it that shakes, rice, pasta, anything you want, and come back and press play, and we're going to do it together. In 1, 2, off we go. T, 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 soup, soup, T, T, soup, world. Let's do it one more time. 1, 2, off you go. T, 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 soup, soup, T, Happy Soup World. And there you have it, guys. We, together, have just written a 4-bar rhythm. It's called a 4-bar rhythm because it's got 4 bars, 1 bar, 2 bars, 3 bars, 4 bars. And we've read the 4-bar rhythm. And we've played the 4-bar rhythm. We have just written and played a 4-bar rhythm using T's, soups, and worlds. Give yourselves a pat on the back. I'm going to pat myself on the back as well. Can you hear me patting myself on the back? Oh yeah, because we are epic. And I'll see you next time.